Welcome weekly digital painting study session. This particular classroom series focuses on the basics of digital painting, starting with the fundamentals of shape, values, lighting, and color. We've done a good few simple spheres and apples already, tried our hands at some more interesting still lifes, broken down simple landscapes, and even run a gauntlet of timed exercises to speed up the learning process. These 2-hour study sessions are aimed at beginners taking their first steps in digital painting, illustrators who want to tackle new subjects and grow their visual library, and more experienced artists wanting to warm up or wind down from their usual work. I'm your host Ryan, and together we'll be sharpening our skills with a new subject each week. The aim here is definitely not to produce perfect paintings, but to put in the time to learn and challenge ourselves. We'll be getting started shortly, so top up your mug and check the stream description below for instructions to join. While you wait, be sure to subscribe so that you can be notified about future sessions. Hello everybody, welcome to the classroom. The last one for October, and if you weren't scared before, it's Halloween and all, you can be scared now because our theme or our subject today is hands, and I'm definitely throwing myself in the deep end with this one. I found that during our last clubhouse, I was battling a little bit, realizing how I didn't quite understand what was going on with the hand, and I've been avoiding this as a subject. So I'm bringing you all down with me. We're gonna give hands a try. We've got a bunch of different references here. You should have access to all of them. You can just double click on a layer to claim it, and then you can arrange, hide, or show whichever ones you don't need or do want to be focusing on. And yeah, just use the open space to experiment. This is not about doing perfect copies of the reference material, but to try and understand the hands, play around with color. You may have seen some awesome paintings where people really exaggerate the colors that you see when you look at human flesh. There's usually quite a lot of variation. So if you are watching and you want to join along and suffer with us, well, then you can check the stream description and you'll find all the information to join. You'll have to join the Magma Classroom Artspace first, and then you can follow your way over to the canvas. Let's see, what should we put on here as music? Burning Phoenix says she's quite excited for this. Starting to practice hands more last week. Cool. I saw Vens did some hands recently, posted those on the Magma Discord. So I'm keen to try my hand at these hands. Let's go. Okay, there we go. It's music coming. So again, I'm still trying to familiarize myself with the actual structure. So we've got some reference here just to show a bit of the hands. You understand what's going on with those bones? Because, yeah, interestingly, where's this knuckle? This, let's see, I'll use my mouse. This section here is surprisingly smaller than I expected it to be, but it is just that section sort of in there. But you don't need to, if you're busy working on a drawing and you're like, oh, I can't draw hands, I'm not going to try and I don't want to take the time right now to figure out all the anatomical aspects. Well, then most of us have a camera in our pockets. Whip out your phone, pose your hand the way you need it, and then you can go about sort of copying the reference of it. And that's kind of the approach I'll apply here, rather than really trying to get into the bone structure. We can just work with the shapes that we're seeing in front of us. So as always, if I grab the thing here, trying to break down what we see into some very simple shapes. Okay, there seems to be almost like seems to be a thing there, and another little rectangular thing there, joint over there, and just finding those little bits where those little shapes, looking for the change in planes, trying to see that negative space, what it makes. If you are copying references, you don't want to just look at the positive space, like your hand that you're trying to draw. This would all be the positive space, and the stuff in the background is background, but there's this negative space in between, and you can use those as a guide as well. So I'm not going to talk too much in this one. I'm really just going to be trying to make sense of things here myself. Let's clear that layer and shift on over. Working on a bit of a small screen. So let's see. I missed that comment there. The fingernails, yes. Which is like it sort of wraps around if you're looking at it at a certain angle. Actually, I should have brought some female hands in here that are a bit more decorated and have a bit more nails going on. For use when the fingers are facing you or going in multiple directions. Okay. Let's see. Okay, what am I going to start with? I'm going to start with this snapping finger. So we've got our wrist. Gotta make the smaller brush list. Let's go. Okay. What is this hand doing? So it's kind of like a little block coming up like that. Good. I'm glad. Glad that image will help. I think I'm going to be jumping to it quite a bit as well. So that's this part here. We got joining us here. Hey, Naren. Welcome to the canvas. Feel free to grab one of the canvases down below. Got quite a few there. So let's see, this is good. Knuckle's going to turn there. So we've got a knuckle there. Another one sort of there. So I will have to end things just a few minutes earlier today as I prepare. As we prepare here for load shedding, the power is scheduled to go out. I do have a battery bank to protect against it, but unfortunately the internet is tied to the power as well, and I haven't solved that problem. So I'll wrap up just about 10 minutes earlier or so. Yeah, so I mean, we actually have an app for that. It's called Eskom Push. It's a little play on words, which I won't go into detail about here. But yeah, there's an app that tells you when load shedding is expected to happen. There is yeah, it is scheduled. There's always been a schedule, but it doesn't often get. Well, it does often get adhered to, but there are many instances where that schedule seems to mean nothing. At least last time I was here. But the whole country is divided up into areas, and different zones will go off at different times. This was the big stress in getting ready to come back here. I was like, okay, need to find a decent battery bank that can fly with us, or at least when we leave, but is capable of charging my laptop, which draws a lot more power. Managed to find something though. Picked it up about 2 hours ago. So I'm ready. Now I just need a new SIM card for internet. Because while I was traveling, these clowns deactivated my SIM card because they don't have roaming agreements with anyone elsewhere in the world, it seems, except India. This should be. It's fine. And all the while I was away, I was still topping up my local SIM card to keep it active, because normally these things they deactivate after 90 days or so. So okay, no, that's fine. I'll just do my banking app. I can just buy more airtime so that it stays active every now and then. I was wrong. It did not work. Yeah, travel problems. Better angle there. Wind is pumping here. I don't know if you can hear the wind whistling through the window behind me. My hometown is known as the Windy City, after all. So for those tuning in on YouTube or on Twitch, welcome. You guys are welcome to come and study with us if you want to. Got a bunch of canvases down below over here. And if you're on Twitch, let me know. I'll have to drop you a link in the chat. But if you're on YouTube, just check the stream description. It's all there. All the details are there. And now if I look at okay, not so bad. This could probably be longer. This part doesn't make sense. Okay, let's get out a different one. Let's try this hand here. After I move this, let's move this out of the way slightly. Oops. Hope you guys all had a good weekend. And we're waiting feedback and photos from Lightbox from our team. Solomon will be back in office tomorrow, so looking forward to seeing some photos from him. The booth looked really good. A basil make vinegar. This goes up and down. Did I put this on a separate layer? Please don't know that. I did. Here. Oh, cool. Nice that that's happening on the same weekend to distract you a little bit. And the Lightbox FOMO. Anyway, for a bit yesterday, cool. Did you happen to see some interesting comics and illustrations there? And this one's coming towards us here. Oh, cool. And nice. I'm kind of nervous with chatting with people, finding out about their process. Did you walk out of there with some comics too? So this hand right at the top. This is middle here. Yeah, of course. French comics are like a whole thing. Long history of that. Glad to hear that's still a big industry there. So I don't think it went through the same, I'm not too clued up on the history, but I don't think it went through quite the same sort of decline that American comics went through at one point, where the industry really took a knock. So the hand, these should kind of be roughly the same kind of length, fortunately, but a little long on my hand here. Like I mentioned earlier, there was this triangle here. So let's try and get that same. Sort of gradual thing there. Same thing on this side. Got a triangle-ish. Do you have hopes of one day doing a comic or graphic novel? I always like the idea of it, but I somehow think those tend to be really long projects. I don't know if I could handle it. I see. And the... Oh, cool. Yep. Naren, I will comment in case you're not on the stream. So this also, so I'm using these outside points as well to guide me a little bit with things. Yeah, thanks Vince for putting out that link. Like there, maybe. This comes up like that. I really rushed this point here and I've made a mess. It's fine. Come back. I think I'm just distracted because at long last I'll be going to get sushi tonight. Yes. I say at long last because I haven't had any since when? Since Malaysia last year? That was September or August? Yeah, September, October. Yeah. September. There is a Aeon Mall there that we came across, and good sushi at a really good price, which they mark down even further at 8 p.m. So yeah, wife and I were at the door like hungry stray dogs. Time for that. Every time. Not every time. Frequently enough for our faces to be recognized. I feel like I've stretched that a little funny. It's a little far off to the side. Ah, noise. Was it well priced there as well in Paris? Or is it generally quite pricey? Well, I suppose, like with all things, depends on where you go. Sashimi is life. Yeah, I was so surprised. Even like these sushi boxes, sushi bentos almost. There's just so much salmon and in my mind. So delicious. And the accommodation we were looking at, we were actually kind of looking specifically to find some accommodation quite close to that same mall where we had, because we were going back in January. It's like, oh, found us a place right by the Aeon Mall. Can get there every day, closing time. Stock up on onigiris and sushi platters. Guess I also do want to get into painting a bit here. Let's do this on a. I love this more like reddish, pinkish hand. So I'll maybe get into that. It's a bit of painting. Where are we at for time? 26 minutes in. Cool. Plenty. Do you see we've got a few more people over on the YouTubes or on the stream? If you guys want to come paint along with us, check the stream description for the details on how to join. Join the Magma Classroom Artspace, and then you join the canvas after that. Hey, Squiggle. We are doing studies. Okay, I'll definitely botch this one. It's funny that people end up here that didn't realize. Can't type. What? Okay, I'm going to give up on typing and shift over to a different hand. Let's change the music to next phase. Okay. So this one comes out of frame. Wait, let's put this on a new layer. Come on, Ryan. Don't set yourself up for disaster. Let's get into the good parts here. It's tricky to try and capture this sort of relaxed hand as well. I mean, they're quite expressive hands, actually. And this one I really quite like because it's got, maybe just because of gravity, a bit more blood in the hands. It's a bit more bulgy here. And more. It's probably a little too chunky. If I would follow this through. Should be longer actually. Yes, I've definitely watched this a bit. Actually, maybe this must come up. I think that's where the problem is. Here, this must come. Thumbnails are looking good though. If I look down at the sequence panel, looks like everyone's doing all right. what's really nice about this is that cast shadow. So just figure this shape out. Into the index finger. Hey Tans, thank you. Everyone's doing some cool work. I feel like I'm ready to start going into putting some paint in. But first, one requires water. Stay. Cool, let's get back to it. I'm going to get a layer underneath my sketch. And how I'm going to start this, I'm going to start putting in a bit of a background, which is this light desaturated bluish gray. Stick with the same brush, we don't need anything fancy here. Just make it bigger. Can even go lighter than this, I think. Okay, no, I'm losing value there. And then, there's a bit of blue in this flesh too. It's quite light over there, but it's got quite a bit of this brown orange in it. Should I do the whole hand like this? I'll build up lights on top of it. It gets really pale, much like myself. Pink skin, as the orcs would refer to us as. Clown, yeah. No, that's a bit too yellow. It's a sort of pinkish. It gets more saturated, and what if I use my ink dropper as a guide here? Definitely just deeper into the red brown. as we go into those shadows. So I don't want to color pick directly from there. I'm going to find it on here. Shadows are more saturated in this instance. Oh, they're warmer. Let's do that. Let's see how this goes. Although here it's definitely shifting more towards red. Doesn't take long to shift to the cools here. Color picker, just to see, yeah, very desaturated. Still within that, still kind of coming off to the side from the reds. But just desaturated, which cools it down big time. Big time. There's some blue in there, even. Some blue-gray. We're at 45 minutes in. Cool. There you go. Slightly better light. Okay, now I want to paint over this sketch layer. Thank you. Little tea, little tea. I thought I was going to be arriving back into toasty South African almost summer. It was not to be. It's rather chilly here. It sounds similar to how things go here. All 4 seasons in a day. So I actually want this background to be a little darker because I'm struggling to define this. Make a blend in a little bit. Let's create some contrast on that edge. I can see my terrible mistakes better. Should definitely be some more saturated red in here. There's a bit of light bouncing into this shadow that's a bit redder. Almost like an ambient occlusion type of thing. Not quite passing through the skin, but hey, Andy. Welcome, welcome. You know the drill. Feel free to grab yourself a canvas. There are a bunch of reference images on different layers, so you can show and hide and rearrange as you please. Add scales to them if you like to keep it reptilian. Yeah, I was very delayed in setting up the stream info as well, though. I've had a day prepping visa documents and all that kind of stuff for Europe. And those kinds of things always take longer than you expect. So I think I only created the event 10 minutes before the stream started. Yeah, work is busy. Work is busy. Although I actually didn't get around to any of the work I had hoped to do. It was all just admin stuff, admin tasks. I'm going at the end of this month. Be visiting a friend in Prague, and then meeting with the Magma team in Berlin. Some of the Magma team, not everyone, just those on the European side of the world. Yeah. So we've got a few folks from Poland on the team. So some will be coming from there. Yeah, I remember loving it too. I visited, 2013 was the last time I was in Europe. I went for a conference and then spent a couple of months waiting for something. Actually, there was meant to be another design thing I was involved with, but never materialized. So instead I went to check out museums and whatnot in different cities around Europe and some different sustainability projects. I got to see the Salvador Dali Museum in Berlin, and I loved that. First time getting to see those Alice in Wonderland illustrations. At that time I didn't even know those existed, and then found them in the museum. I was like, oh wow! I never used to be a big fan of Dali actually, until I saw those illustrations. Then it was like, oh, something interesting here, appealing to me. I was a bit like, the hype around the surrealists. I don't quite get it. What's up with that? I think differently of it now. I think doing art history changes your perspective. You see how everything fits in relation to other movements in the state of the world at the time. Oh, it all makes sense now. There was a Dali movie that came out recently with what's it called? Dali words. No, it wasn't that. I don't know movie word. Daliland. There we go. I think. Was it that? Just a moment. Now I'm busy looking it up. Directed by Mary Harron. Ben Kingsley. That's the name I was looking for. Come on, played Gumby and. The mixed up thing was just so unexpected and different. Obviously, I hadn't seen any kind of representation of it in that way, so I was quite intrigued. Charles we're like, oh, these melting clocks. What's up with all this rubbish? It's like, what's like too popular, too much hype or something, and I was just anti. Maybe I was just coming out of my teenage attitudes, persisted a little longer than they should have. Maybe it was just that, being a clown. It's the same with pop art. Like, what the hell is this? The hell is this? And then I wrote a paper on it for our art history module. Again, very different light. Hands are not easy. No, they are not. No, they are not easy. Yes, got my wording correct. This is definitely a challenge. I just thought I hadn't planned anything, and I recall last week thinking that I'm totally clueless on hands, and I've been avoiding it, so avoid it no more. Let's just dive in, embarrass myself a little bit. Because I think it had come up, someone else had requested it too. Or doing more anatomical kind of study sessions. So here we are, going for it. It should be much higher, this lighter bulge here. Where are we at for time? I have to pay attention to this. Oh, okay, first hour. Cool. First hour is done. Dark Envoy. Don't know about this. Dark Envoy. RPG adventure with tactical real-time combat, online co-op. Let's make sure these are switching. Shouldn't be getting that close in just yet. Why is it not working? Okay, flying light. Give me a heart attack. Before I'm happy to move on, I want this to be better. This finger bugs me. As does that new Zurich, which is ready for a change. Okay, from a distance, it's starting to look okay-ish. I think the thing here, especially if you're more of a beginner, and I've noticed this with myself, is being kind of nervous about colors, maybe choosing, trying to find like a single color, the right flesh color for this. But skin is way more complex. Skin, the human flesh and the skin is quite complex, and there's a lot of different colors going on there. So I actually recommend doing something like, if you have if you just photographed your own hand, for example, maybe something like this one here. Come on, show. There we go. Is to play around with your hue and saturation filters to bring out a bit more color. So particularly with the saturation, okay, there's some like interesting sort of oranges in there, like a lightish green in the background. You can play with it, you can really push that and just see, and kind of dropping in blocks of that kind of color first, and then painting like a flesh over it, flesh color. So I'm gonna do this. I mean, there's a bit of like green in the hand over here almost. Down here, there's a weird green to it as well. Or go with the curves. Okay, that's going to be like your more contrast kind of thing, but you can play around with the blues maybe. Let's see if it works. Yeah, finding like weird color combos. This is starting to remind me of Yuming's colors. That's sort of like green, yellow, going into violets and blue, and then you can try and play with that. But just to get the sort of subtle, let's cancel it. Those changes in color are quite subtle a lot of the time. So even like dropping in, we do the same thing with the face, around the nose and the ears, the eyes as well. There's more blood flow there, so we might put down, depending on the type of complexion they have, maybe might go with like, different layer. Putting down like a bit of that color in an area, and then going over it with a slightly more fleshy tone, but just lightly, gradually blending it in, maybe even color picking in that area, so that it's a subtle thing that's there. There's a noticeable change. I was winging that. That was not accurate to reference or anything. Layering. I suppose it's not the approach if you're into doing more stylized things. But for painting, layers. Let's actually soften up some of this. So this is still bugging me. Darker. Here. Just seeing some questions about whether or not there's a blending tool. No blending tool in Magma this stage. So it's going to be a lot of color picking at lower opacities. Okay, this is okay. Yeah, let's bring about a different one then. I don't think there'll be a time for me to tackle the two hands together. I did like that image. Let's try. Or maybe. Let's go small, keep it simple. Past. I think the main thing I'm happy with so far in this one is that I think that there is a bit of curl in the hand that's captured not too badly. Portions aren't quite right. But I think I'm kind of happy with that study. Not bad, not bad. trick though would be to do this in fewer brush strokes. 20 brush stroke challenge. No, thanks. Thank you. Oh, I see you playing around with colors there too. Let's take a little look while we're here. Oh guys, I can't tell you how relieved I am that this internet behaves the way it does. So much better than where I was for the past few weeks. Hey, bringing in that reptilian. Oh, damn! You nailed that. That arm looks great. It's that variety of color in there. So good. Warm and cool. Let's see what else we got here. Burning Phoenix going at it. The drawings are getting that structure in really well. Nice. Yeah, I'm going to try and tackle this one now as well. Great job. Great job. And there we go. That's also what I was talking about. Basil Meg Vinegar bringing in that range of color, those greens into the arm, on the side of the arm here, and into the shadows. Awesome work. Awesome work. Great. Neron also doing such a great job. You look awesome. His hands hanging really well. You know, catching that weight is the gravity effect can be tricky, but you've got it down. You've got it down. And you're doing well with the hands as well. Snapping finger. Who do we have here? Mr. Sleepy. I dig this. It's not a super cool illustration. In and out. And then we've got Radek as well. Oh, these are great. Damn, Radek. I have to step up my game. Why am I doing the classroom? These are really cool. Great job. We've got one free canvas. Okay. Back to it. Pumped after seeing those. Sketch. Okay, so we've got this here. Comes down. So strong. Opens up. Great. Good to have you here. Always cool having new people in the classroom for the first time. So that's gonna be slightly longer. And then this is kind of around here, I think. Yeah, there's knuckles coming here. Okay, this track needs to change. Fantasy hop. I have to pick up some new music for next week. I don't know what to do for the clubhouse yet. I haven't prepped next month's schedule. What to do? Knuckle there. There. Comes in slightly, knuckle there. I'm sure I have some other ideas. Someone gave me an idea. Dropped an idea in the Discord channel, the Clubhouse channel, not so long ago. Some character designs with lots of hands, yeah. What is that? There was a movie. Monster, lots of hands. Google search term. No, it wasn't Pan's Labyrinth. It was a fairly recent. Oh, you know what it might have been? It wasn't Love, Death, and Robots. There was it Honeycomb, who did District 9 and Elysium. His studio did a number of shorts that were on Netflix for a time, but in the creepy side. And I think it was in there. There was on some sci-fi environment inside a compound. There was this creature, but it had pretty much consumed the crew, and just like was made up of all these appendages and hands, and it would try and get through to other areas of the compounds that have been shut down, but using the fingerprints of these of the crew that it munched on, that were still kind of alive, tapped into the nerves there. And so while chasing after one of the other people, it's just, you just hear it. They're trying each appendage's thumbprints or whichever fingers to gradually try and find the right one that'll unlock the door. But it's a time-consuming thing. It was pretty creepy. Not gonna lie. Damn it, what is it called? Or eyes. Where's it going? That doesn't have a comment. Was it something else? Who was the District 9 again? Who did District 9? The director for it? Blomkamp. Not Honeycomb. Blomkamp. Distracted from my drawing. Thing from a three-headed wolf. Ooh. I've been playing Hades, and I'm thinking about Cerberus. Cute pup. Yeah, I'm not focused on that right now. Also, we are 1 minute and 1 hour 20 minutes in. Let's not faff around too much now. Feel my focus slipping a little bit. Here we go. To this cute little picture here. Watermelon. Hello, hello. Change the track. So let's break off here. Oh, cool. So you're on the live stream. Nice. Well, welcome. Grab a canvas if you want to. There should be one right at the end on our sequence panel down here. I can easily make another one if we need. Let's just add a couple of extras. Just in case anyone comes in after the stream and they want to draw with it. Well, yeah. Do their study as well. Oh yeah? You have? And life got in the way. But you did it. You did it. You made it here now. Good stuff. Gonna do more after the stream, Andy? Nice. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier before you got here, we've got our scheduled blackout at, well, it'll be 8 p.m. my time, so immediately as the stream ends, which is, that's why I'm going to end off a little earlier today. Favorite YouTuber? Oh, there's far better than me out there. Come on. Oops, accidental there. This was really difficult, actually. Yeah, everyone's work is super cool. Go check out the other canvas as well. The other canvases, the multiple canvases. Just click at the canvases in the sequence and see what everyone else has done. If you don't see this panel that I'm hovering over now, you can just click this this little film strip icon and you can see everyone's work. There we go. You've got it. You've got it. You can be inspired by everyone else's great works here. Trying to work too small here. I think that's part of the problem. That's why I'm not getting this right. Maybe I should go in and paint rather instead of trying to sketch this out. Because I've made the hand too small. That's why. That's why. And somehow I got something confused in my head here. Let's make this bigger. Yeah, let's throw in some paint. Let's throw in some paint. His hands are a bit more yellow. Yellow and brown. Yes, so you'll see the photos of the hands. Those are there for us to try and copy or try to understand the hands. We look at hands in different poses, and yeah, so that's the focus for the classroom this time. Oops, that doesn't work. There we go, that's what I wanted to do. So he's also got a bit of that orange. Lightens up pretty quickly. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really familiar with hands either. And that's why, but that's what the classroom's for. So we're here to try something that's not in our comfort zone. Try something new and challenging. It's good to do the difficult thing sometimes, and do the difficult thing with other people. You can, okay, so let me come to your canvas just so I have to. You can take one of these other canvases if you want, like if you don't, or do you want to paste your own? Yeah, you can paste your own hand, it's fine. And Google there if you want to. But like these last three canvases are also available if you want to use the same images there. Or you can paste your own. That's also fine. Oh, I've got a bit of delay there. What? Accidentally cranked my stabilizer setting. That caught me by surprise. I turned off the ability to make phone calls, Andy, so you don't have to worry about accidentally pushing that button. I think it only happens when I forget to turn that setting off, then you get those accidental presses quite frequently. Things get a little darker down here. Let's see what's going on actually with our colors here. Does it desaturate? It looks like it. There's a lot of warmth here. It sort of wraps around a bit. Okay, so let's come down, desaturate slightly for these shadows. Okay, I've got about 15 minutes left on my side before I have to shut this party down. But you guys will be welcome to keep painting as always, even though the stream has ended. It's not going to be like that, is it? Yes, I will have to go. There's going to be a blackout. Parts of the city will be without power, and my area is one of them, just for 2 hours. So the stream will end, but I have to end it beforehand, otherwise it'll just keep running. But there'll be no one here. Okay, I'm not really sure what I'm doing here. Yes, you can still stay, don't worry. I'm sure some others will also be sticking around to paint some more. It's just me that'll be going. Oh, you're at school? Cool. You're at school? Do you have like a break period or something? Or are you not paying attention to your teacher? Oh, nice. Okay. Well, cool that you're using your break to come paint in Magma with us. And choosing to learn a little more. I think I need to first live stream. Cool. I'll be doing it again on Wednesday, but that's going to be our clubhouse. It's a bit more of a fun hangout rather than a study. Oh, I'm really struggling with this section, with this particular hand. Maybe I need to sketch it out a bit better first. Let's get rid of that. That looks atrocious. I know, I just hit it now. It was the top, the one with the hands folded over. The like one hand resting on top of the other one. The guy with the black shirt. Just can't. I think I'm just being a bit cramped, like trying to fit it in this little corner. So I'll leave that. 10 minutes. What can be done here? Yeah, that one that was my first one that I did, and it could be a bit better. Try and bring in some color here. Okay. A bit of that green in. Definitely want that green. Let's put it in this corner. Coloring is extra tricky. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I still need to work on my just understanding of the bones. I think I should have done what you did and draw out the actual bone structure reference as well, just to try and understand that before I go into the other poses. Okay, watermelon. I'll have a good day at school. Andy just focus on sketch lizard hands. Nice. And we've got like a bit of a pink in here. Let's keep it quite saturated to start, like that. Got it in here too. Pink around the tips of the fingers and the nails. And then it goes into a kind of pale brown. Well, hopefully we'll see you in another live stream, Watermelon. I know our timing isn't great for those who are at school. I know next year we'll have a little change in the timing. Unless we have someone fill in for me. I mean, I can look at what you got on the canvas. There we go, starting to do it. Yeah, so you're going to start with that basic shape like you've done. Cool. Those basic shapes to start. And then we can get this hand to sort of come out a little further and be separated from the rest of the drawing. Because you see what we have over here, it's quite a bit of a big space. So we're going to try and create a similar kind of space. Oh, you got your real drawings in class? Very cool. Keep drawing in pencil and paper, don't do it all digital. Okay. Okay, cool. Just drawing some guiding lines to show you. Okay, let's try and fit in a little bit more before I have to turn this thing off. It's a bit more yellow. Yeah. Oops. Where's my layer? There we go. Cheers, Vince. Enjoy the blackout. I'm gonna go eat sushi during the blackout, somewhere where there's power. So, oh, I hope they've got power on that side. So I'm not complaining. Thanks for joining us as always. Great study there. That's super cool. Ah, there we go, holding the sushi as well. Nice. Awesome stuff. I feel like am I losing my lines here? Am I painting on the wrong layer? How did this happen? thought I saw. There we go. Crisis averted. That green in there. And then what about shadows, Ryan? What about shadows? Let's get a bit more pink. Sure, go for it. Go for it. We're almost done with the classroom session. We normally try to keep it on topic, but it seems to be wrapping up now. That's all right. White. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Yeah. Thank you very much, everyone. This was a fun one, a nice challenging. Okay, I certainly needed more time on the second one that started on. But yeah, a nice challenge. Always good to get out of the comfort zone with you guys. I will let you know when we have our next, what we're doing for our next clubhouse, rather. We will do it on Wednesday, but just need to figure out that theme. So stay tuned for news on that, as well as the rest of the schedule for November coming soon. Feel free to keep drawing, and I will chat to you guys all again soon. If not, enjoy the rest of your week. Ciao for now.